The Northern Ontario Vex Robotics competition qualifying event was recently held at Sault College, where 19 robotics teams from 6 schools in the area went head-to-head for their chance at reaching provincial competitions.
This Vex program is grades 7 to 12. It's the second year we've been running this program within the city. We started in the first program. We've kind of evolved into this right now. It seemed to be a really good fit for our city and our school board, our district. It gives us a nice small-scale robotics opportunity for a lot of schools to do for relatively inexpensive prices. And that was one of the appeals. So we've got 19 schools here, 19 teams here from 6 schools. They've been working at it for about 3 months, and this event is the culmination of the 3 months of hard work they've been doing to try to build their robot to play this game. They have to learn robot C code. That does all the programming. We've got kids doing building, a little bit of engineering and designing. They're using sort of a Meccano-type building system. It's kit form, so it's relatively easy. There's no tools and no advanced learning. They just use their basics of how to put the pieces together. They have optional kits they can try to start with, but as you can see, many of them then evolve the kits into something special, different, unique. They've got some really neat designs. We encourage them to do the engineering process. One of the things that we judge them on is their ability to follow the engineering process, and that all culminates in this activity that you're seeing here.
Every year, Vex Robotics releases a new game with different objectives. This year's game is Skyrise.
The objective of this year's game is to try and score as many points as you can with your team, with your alliance-colored blocks. There's a red and blue alliance, 2 robots on each team. So they can score points by scoring on any of the PVC pipes around the outside. They also score points by piling the blocks in their colored squares, and they can also get points by stacking up the yellow Skyrise sections up to 7 high. Well, they have to decide, first of all, how they're going to lift it. We've seen many different arms, some scissor lifts, some telescoping arms. So once they've decided on how they're going to actually lift the object, then they have to design where all the motors and the gears are going to go. Depending on the way they want it to move, then they have to make the decisions, okay, which joystick is going to control the motors and how is it going to be able to move up and down.
Students are 100% responsible for the build and programming of their robots.
Well, for each different motor that would be involved, you'd have to tell that what to do. So for the 2 driving motors, you would say move forward 8 rotations, and then close the claw, and then move backwards 8 times, and then bring it back, and that would bring you back to where you started. So for something as simple as just moving forward, grabbing a cube, and moving backwards, it would take maybe 20 or so lines of code. It's something that's really fun, and you can really get a grasp on it very quickly, and so if you ever considered it, you should take a look at it and try it.
The remote controller will always tell the robot, will always be sending signals to the robot. The robot has no idea what to do with them until you tell it in the code exactly what it wants to do with those signals. After you have that hooked up, you wire up motors to correspond to whatever you want it to do, and test it out. My favorite part would have to be the competition. It's tense, it's stressful, but it's amazing. It's great.
The top 4 teams from the qualifiers are looking forward to heading off to provincials in February, where if they place at the top 12 there, they could be on their way to the World Championships for Vex Robotics.
You have to realize this is a very exciting game. You can see from the cheering, from the noise, the kids are really enjoying being here. They're spending their whole entire Saturday. Many of these kids have put 100 hours into after school and extracurricular. I don't think they'd be doing this if they weren't enthusiastic and excited about just being part of this team. So a lot of our kids here, it's the first team they've ever been on. Unlike a sports team, they can bring whatever they have in their heads into play, learning to problem solve, skill building. It's all a really neat package all rolled up into a robot that runs around on a field and scores points.
For more information on Vex Robotics, you can visit vexrobotics.com or contact your school for information on their individual robotics program. For Go Sault Ste. Marie, I'm Christian LeMay.